I was trying to talk about all of the philosophies that are born out of the two, and there's only two possible information fields that philosophies and even sciences can be pulled up and out of, and that is a real information field and then a fake information field. The fake information field is the the mind. And it's well, I'm talking about the human mind. Unfortunately, it's you can kind of see, you can see other insects that doesn't have such the bulbous matter up there, confusing them away from just what were they here to do from cradle to grave. That they don't have a cradle, by the way. Anyway, and I'm not saying that it's bad or good to be an animal. I mean, versus that, I mean, we can argue all day long, and I was just thinking, boy, do we have a fucking 9 hours to straighten shit out for people? Some people do, and thank God for those people that can speak for 9 hours. It's like, are you ready for your 3 hour, 3 hour, 3 hour? You came here for something, and there's 30,000 to 300,000 people there, and I have written 6 books. Who are they? David Icke comes to mind. And not everybody's perfect, you see, but they'll get on something that is in fact a truth that it won't let you down. You'll keep going. What is called, it's like down the rabbit hole, and everybody has their laboratory. They actually have a profound responsibility to get into that part of the school here. Um, God, I was trying to talk about something simple about the philosophies coming out of it. So one of them philosophies is it's everywhere. The more prominent one is the one where the mind is the one who we have to cater to, which is, that's a false information field right there. Right there, if you really knew, and the Buddhists knew, and there's very few people that can talk about it, such as a master found in the West, is very rare, and in fact dangerous. Hi, Jesus over there. You certainly wasn't a master. You were just really a blithering stupid people, and we're trying to maintain a population of smart people. Believe us. Ever since then, ever since then, our book reads, "We don't know shit, so you're forgiven." And then they'll mention, and we're going to quarantine this place off until we take care of this brutal infection that's happening to our experiment here. Who's ours? Maybe there is something more intelligent than us here. Maybe you do have a creator. Getting back to real science and then fake science. Real science is based in the truth, which is God. Simple. I mean, these words, I mean, really, science, there is real science. Dangerous fucking people, by the way. Talk about people that risk their lives. And they can't. If they're smart, if they can talk about life, if they want their life. Hi, Jesus over there. Did you want your life? By the way, I hope you didn't want your life. God, whatever you do, don't get to the simple truth anytime soon. And we already know your story. Nobody sacrifices themselves so that bullshit may continue. It's more like, shit, I know, you know what? I'm in danger here. Even if my neighbors found out that I could give a fuck about their radiation, because I really think that really they are in big trouble more than me, even though they see me as being in trouble because I can't replace a window or something. It's like, no, I can't replace a window because the ecology that I'm dealing with, which involves you people, and I can walk for miles and say, I need my window replaced, I need my window replaced. Even get on social media, which was supposed to be a showering system. We don't work for ourselves here. We work for each other, right? See, I have the capability right now to try and manifest my idea over Facebook. See, I know a lot of people. I can say their names right now. Mona. Of course, the people first on the list. See, it's an insult to offer the gift back that they've given you. Say like, okay, so factually, somebody from Facebook, I'm almost about to cry, sent me an equivalent to at least $300. Each time she heard me crying, she sent it. and it helps so much. I've never really been in that position to where I'm getting on my social media and I'm crying. It was a peculiar page. I think it was not like that, but now you see that there's this other radiation, and what is it? Well, it's the same person, but I've gone into a hole, and so and then I begin to look at it more and more. I'm like, of course we're supposed to use this way. So where I'm at is like, okay, I know that the real laws that are human, and these people are human. Some of them are saying, shh, don't you dare try to pay me back because it's an insult. I'm giving you this because I appreciate you. And I think it's worth it. I know it helps. I've been in your position. And I know that. See, and boy, God, I hate feeling like that I can't do that, but I can. And I would love to. But I can't be the only one that does it. See, I would love to make a bigger difference. See, this would be the time, that I have a little money right now. It's just $5. If you imagine, okay, so I have a so-called, I know I'm getting off the subject of being angry and blah, blah, but really I am so hurting right now. But see, this is the thing, is you don't want to give your narcissist any of this negative emotion because they're actually a vampire who preys on your negative emotions. They would not have shown up without you having, either you're indulging or you really do have you have a need, and it's perfectly human, and unfortunately they go after that like a predator. It's just natural in them. You can't see, everybody gets so serious like I do, and I'm getting so serious. You can't take it personally. You should not. What you should take personally is that you don't have intelligence enough to see that that person has not developed as a human being, and I say not yet. See, I might be the first person, along with Sam Backman being a number one. He's the first person to go where he has gone. And if he's drawing off of other material from centuries ago, you have to, because those studies are so important, and you have to claim it as yours, knowing that. And furthermore, and we're going to talk about it this way now, based on the times we are in today, and we're going to make our own words, you bet. And that's what he does. And I could be one too. God, I lost my subject matter talking about myself, but just to go in general, not be too egotistical, but because I'm not. See, the narcissist is pitting you of being all the things that they are. It's so fucking childish and stupid. Once you see it happening, babes, please don't hit the bottle. Don't hit the bottle, and do not ever have children with them. Please don't. Where I live, and I don't know where you live, but really where I live in a really rich, and I wish the community was more put together than it boasts to be, and it appears to be, but there is stuff going on that's like, oh, that's really nice, but it's happening in every city where there's breadcrumbing, and you're supposed to feel grateful because they're skimming off the top, and the donations are a lot bigger, and even though they get a grant, they're still drawing off the public's donations, and then they get caught for that, and what do they want to do next? With the water and the fucking big old fat sewer line, that it's like, God, I gotta be concerned for this because I have a manhole on my property. If there's an easement. And they say, well, you can't really put a permanent fence up because of that easement, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, we can put a fence up, and then if you really have to do something with the sewer, you can take it down. And would you compensate us? I mean, what the fuck is wrong with, first of all, everybody. Everybody. Public isn't asking these people, what's wrong with you, water company? We give you so much money, and your service, despite the fact that are very loyal and act like it's great, it keeps going down and down to the point it's like, you know what? No, I don't know any longtime locals that drink out of the faucet at all anymore. No, no, we were boasting coming right off of a spring, and it was fucking sweet mountain water all through the 80s until what, in the 90s? You could see. It's the agenda. Anybody listening to this that you don't believe in, conspiracy theorists, boy, I'm sorry, but don't believe in anything. Try and fucking wake up and experience shit for yourself and get involved. Join the show, the light show. It's a strange reality we do live in, kids, and they're braver than you. Even kids are braver than you. Oh, you're shot. Man, I wish kids were watching this. Anyway, getting back to that, we don't drink the water, that's ended. We're in the midst of the peak of this war against, what is it? What is this war against? Think with me. We see. I summed it up to we see that the conditions have been cultured, really incubated up through this horrid one world mind control thing, whatever it is. And it's like, if you're a mutt living in America like me, but babe, this is a fucking biological experiment. The whole globe is. I mean, you have to step back and look at it. But there was a purpose for all of the races here. There isn't any way to understand this unless you start looking, elevating, and saying, okay, maybe there is intelligences that know so much better than we do, and they wouldn't show themselves, and they're benevolent. The more power you have, real power you have, the more that you're just benevolent. And you see, the thing is, God, this conversation, do you have 9 hours to understand how that, say like with me, babes, and this is really controversial. I'm not going to get there. Most of you are so childish, you couldn't hear the truth. But if you dared to have the experience by yourself, God will start to approve of you. You'll see how it's possible that everything that is trying to be told to you already is the truth, and there is an intention behind religion. People that are more on it than not. There's a fake version and a real version, and getting back to trying to explain, God, I didn't do any of that just now. I wanted to make it simple. I see things in such a simple concept, and it seems like, now what do I need to do? Break it down into sections and try to explain my understanding of this complex thing that sometimes it happens to me where it just flashes and I see it. Right now, Mercury is squaring my Mercury, and Pluto is squaring Mercury, and anybody who knows, anybody who knows what the season we are in now. I'm percolating. By the way, it's not bad. Is it bad? Comment section down below. No expressions are bad. You people are weird that will judge a person's art and say, nah, dislike. Who cares? Do you think an artist really cares? No, by the time it's a piece of art, it's trash. Gone. You don't attach yourself to that. That's not you. Especially if it's a portrait or a picture, that's not you. I'm here, that over there. I'm glad you like it. Yes, pay me fucking 30,000. I might do better and stop using all this material. And, God, all these people that are expressing themselves are really just hitting rock bottom and they're going crazy, but they found a productive kind of masked uh, a way to do therapy and get paid for it, and a lot of it's junk. You know, it's exciting times we are living in. If in fact you're healthy enough to see. If you're my age and then you're seeing, oh my God, like my grandmother now, it's like you can't really control the times that you're in. Just be grateful that you're in these times that um, you can control your perspective a bit by. Now let's get back to like what are you feeding off of? The philosophies and everything could be even traditions that come out of. There's 2 types of information fields to contend with here. Now I get straight to the mind and then the heart. Just to wrap it up, but what do kids know about what that deals with? The mind is only the past. It's just something that remembers, and it can't happen until you start getting experiences. And this is where people don't leave kids alone, and then they start getting in the way of the process of getting first. It's looking like you have a mind to start collaborating with your body, but somebody's always they're interfering, thinking that they actually know better than the moment that child is going through. And it's like, will you please shut up and go with the child? Now it's time to learn like the child who is just curious and fucking exploring. If you've lost it, take its hand and have respect. Go with it. I'm fucking serious about that. We have Venus and Leo, which would, when she start to go retrograde, it's like, now let's talk about the children again. Why do narcissists have children? Very selfish, extremely. To the point of puke. Forever puke for me. Not interested at all in it. Not this time around, babes. And when I say this time around, maybe there's reincarnation. Maybe there is work that I'm doing in multi-dimensional field. Who knows? You know, how I ended up here trapped. Did you guys see the video about my electronic gravestone? That's what this is. And I might be the only one who coined that terminology about what our personal boxes are. Each one that we set aside. You know, they can just make a collage of your personal electronic gravestone. I was calling it tombstone, but no, your gravestone is the one that has I am so and so, and now the bottom line, in case you would like to know, is what? I would say illusion. That's all, folks. God, I hope nobody takes it so seriously that they can't continue to be like a child at play. Talk about dead serious. Don't get in the way of that. And people are, and they do. And the thing is that there's a heavy price to pay for that. Which brings in mind, you know, coupled with like just women, you know, if you okay, so if you piss God off, he's not gonna we don't know what God is, by the way. Just talk about if you super benevolent intelligence. Let's get back to that. If you piss them off, they don't fight you like an idiot would a narcissist who just you start headbutting and you don't realize no this person keep looking as an empath you might find out they might have a neurological brain damage they could be again impaired in their brain somehow but you can't and so what I'm saying is like God don't get off the subject matter I was trying to talk about intelligences that are way up high that after a while they're not going to stick their head inside of a literal meat grinder. And that is what, if you want to know what a real life, okay, come on, a mental case, a narcissist, malignant case, there are so many. Now, up here, there's just so many of them. And I'm just at this point where I was like, okay, so it's obvious that I mean, really, there's a reason why I want nothing to do with like mingling in this town because it's a fake scene. I mean, why are you in this town? Why are you mingling over there when there's rocks and trees? And that's why we're here. That would be an obvious to me. And then you just kind of nod at each other, and you don't hold a cross or wear a cross and just thinking that you know the Christ Jesus. You hold a fish up because that's the holy gospel right there. If there is such a thing, see, I can go into it and draw off of it and say, no, this is the philosophy we know because it's real. It's real science, not bullshit. There we are in danger of we can see the way that it's peppering, and it's not really even peppering, it's saturated. The efforts is more mainstream, and what's there is the bullshit that poses as all of it, the help, your religion, education, food, entertainment. It's all spam, not a reason. The real meaning behind why to have all of that is just. And anyway, good luck, kids.